Yay! I am super excited, guys, to represent Juergen Hase, who is representing Germany with this impact-driven, most ethical company, Python. And I have an incredible honor to meet you, Juergen, on LinkedIn. And we've been in touch for now probably half of the year. And I thought that no one else can be such a powerful, vulnerable, and brave face to enter this world record, which is called CEO World Record, and actually share with the world your rituals of the business growth that allows you guys to stay fully anchored to your biggest audacious impact and purpose. So I will just start going with the questions, and you feel free to answer those, the way it will flow. So the question of the world record, which is so famous, it is, so how, Juergen, the Python and you make the world a better place?
That's all the time not so easy to answer. It's only a small step, but I believe each small step is relevant. I believe one part, which is our core elements, we try to make the world better, is we want to transfer knowledge and knowledge between generations. It's a part of diversity. So that means we have, as you know, Python itself is an organization of 140 people. We have young people and older people. And we want to make the world a little bit better in form of that we are transferring knowledge from the older one to the younger one, or make the younger people to the next generation of entrepreneurs. I believe in this in a very, I wouldn't say relaxed, but in a very easy way, really to talk, and also sometimes to make the older people a little bit younger. I believe this is also a key element, because what we have learned that the older people sometimes, if they are in a daily relationship with younger people, they have the impression, oh no, I'm not 70 years old, no, I'm 55 years old. So that means it's in a two-way direction. I believe this is one of the key elements where we try to make the world a little bit better through the people.
All right. And I do see that, I never thought from that angle, and I kind of like that aspect. I see kind of, the infinity sign and like the energy going from one generation to another, and the knowledge. That's how I just saw it visually when you said so. And if we go back to the impact as such, with the service you provide and with the company you are creating, how do you see that impact of your philosophy of, your ways of making a world better place manifesting?
The world is more and more faster and speeding up. I believe we have no time for anything. Whatever we are doing in, I've learned now, music is not 3 minutes listen to music, it's only 2 minutes for the next song. And also, it's faster and faster, and we want to slow down the world on one side a little bit so that people spend more time to enjoy what they're doing with services and products we're offering, and also using technology, digital technology, as a pure enabler to bringing people together. People should physically come together to enjoy what they are doing. And technology is in the back. Yes, there could be a lot of technology, but it's in the back. And this is one of the key elements what we believe we have to learn for the future, because, the impact of technology is so fast and so speeding up with all these KIs, whatever is coming up now. But to relax a little bit, and this is one of the key elements.
I was just really thinking down and relax. That's it's a contradiction actually to where the world is going, and this is why probably that is so much needed for us to hear ourselves, right, and really connect to that bigger purpose and impact. And as this world record is all about understanding the impact of like positive impact every business is creating, but at the same time having those ethical leaders as you who have certain, rituals, like in personal rituals. I know that you got many that allow you to, to stay anchored to that essence of why you created Python, and to stay anchored to the bigger purpose and impact of Python, even when suddenly, you open the bank accounts and, it's clear that, for the rest of, 3 to 4 weeks, there is a, a tension in a cash flow or some type of trigger growth of any cost, kicks in. So could you share, with me, Juergen, the rituals that allow you to still, stay bigger and see like beyond the cash flow, beyond that tension, and beyond the trigger to grow at any cost?
I personally believe, first of all, whatever you are doing, you should enjoy your life. It's on the private side and on the business side. Whatever you like to do, you will be best normally. So this is, I believe, one of the key part. And beyond cash flow and you're rich or not rich is not the target. I want to give you one example. As you know, we want to make young people as entrepreneurs, and you can pay them with a lot of money. This is one part. But if a person below 30 years old, he's launching a huge event, a huge building he has created, he has invested 3 years of very hard work, and after this, the people will leave and will say, wow, I've never in my life seen something like this. He will never forget in his life, independent of any cash, of any what. So that means he has done something. He's never thought he can achieve it, but he has achieved it. And this is much more compared to money. And the rest is coming. If this is successful, the rest will come. And I believe this is independent of cash or numbers and figures. And I want to add one more point, which is, for me, I believe people have to learn to listen also to other people, because normally people are joining a meeting, say, yes, I'm right, I'm older, I'm knowing it better than you, blah, 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 blah. But I personally believe sometimes we have to swap a little bit. First, listen what the others is telling you and thinking why he's thinking in a way like this. He's not wrong. He's a different mindset, diversity, different culture. I've worked around the world. And I believe this we also have to learn a little bit and to know he's doing it, or he or she is doing it in a different way, but it could be also an alternative way. Not my way is the right way. And if we are doing things like this, I believe we can join a new level of engagement and things we want to do in the future.
So in a nutshell, it is the ability to listen, right? As the ritual, right? As a personal ritual. And if we speak more about the rituals and go back like from personal to business rituals, where we have, individuals, teams, we have clients, we have suppliers. What are the rituals you guys apply in Python, which kind of helps you to to lead beyond hierarchy and, as you say, right, to continue to listen and not be hooked to your own ego?
I understand. One part for me is if you're working in a team, working respectful and accept different diversity, whatever culture, age, whatever, where they are coming from, accept this. I believe this is very, very important. And the second part is also invest in your network, because normally you cannot solve problems alone. You need partners, people who can do it much better compared to you, much better. And I believe during your lifetime, you have to invest in networks and relationships and long-term relationships. It's not, I need somebody for today and next day I've forgotten this person. No. I'm sure sometimes you also should talk to people, say happy birthday, say happy new year to the people, and be in touch with the people, because sometimes you need them, and not only knocking at that door or at a store, at a store. I believe this is one of also very important, I believe, and I'm telling everybody, create a relationship to people on any level, independent on, and sometimes listen to something which is very new. Today you could say, oh, it's not my part today, but in 6 months or 1 year you could have, oh, now I need this person as a relationship. And in a friendly way, not to grab them, the friendly way. And sometimes also what you expecting from them, you have to give on the other way, because if they are knocking on your door, you have to do the same, or not asking for money. If there's somebody says, oh, I need a connection to Mr. X, to the president or whoever, and you have the relationship, please open the door. And this is on both sides necessary, and that helps a lot. This I want to give to everybody, independent of young and older. I believe this is very important.
And you are such a powerful example of that, because that's how our relationship started. You've been always opening doors for me, vice versa. So highly appreciate it. Yeah. I'm thinking that I wanna go deeper into your personality right now as a leader, because I'm so fascinated about the ways you see people and the ways you are so expansive in your mindset. So the question which I have is, if you kind of, could go back in time, like, I don't know how many years it is, Juergen, but, and really tune into your why beneath the why, and beneath the why, like, what is the purest essence that explains, like, why you design the company today the way you design? What is that driving force, within you, which is like really mirroring, from inside out?
I'm very old. But one of the learnings is everything is possible. What I've learned in my lifetime, never say it's not possible. Never say it's not possible. It's whatever you are doing. For example, I've never in my life created a restaurant. I'm going for a good dinner, but I've never created a digital restaurant. Now we have designed something with many experts. Now the people are coming to us and say, wow, that's very cool. I've never done a movie, never in my life. I've never written a book. I've done this when I was in India for fun. And I've written. And now we are in discussion with streaming services to make it happen. So this is, I believe, trust to your own ideas, to your own mindset, and never say, oh, no, I'm not the person who can do this. No, do it. Why not? Who's hindering you? The people can say no. And if they say no, well, that's not a problem. But everybody in his life has some very crazy and cool ideas. And normally he's never doing this. The person is never doing it. Oh, I'm too old, I'm too young, I have no money. But why not do it? Whatever you want, going for whatever, meet people. And I believe this is one, you can see it. And after a few years, you should do something new. Life, to live is also to learn a lifetime. It's never ending, and have crazy people around you. And I also like it if people think a little bit more international, more globally. Of course, not only in your own small area, in the small room, listen to others. Coming back to the same I've explained before, I believe this I've done in my lifetime. I've worked in different countries, stepped in new cultures in India, and I was one day there, and next month I've started my job there. And people say, why are you doing this? You are crazy. You can have a wonderful job, but why not? What? And it was an amazing experience I got. And I want to say thank you to everybody. And last statement to this point, today, I never should say this. If I would dare die today, I can say I've had a wonderful life. And this is it's a good statement. I believe I like. Normally, when I'm old, I can do this and this and this. No, do it now. Do it now. This is the key.
It's music to my ears, This is why I love your energy so much. It's just, normally when you meet people, you truly, I feel the energy and I feel if they play small or they play big. And that's your answer to that. That's believing in your own mindset. And believing that that is possible and being hooked to that curve of learning and experiencing and really, living life in all its colors, that's what gives them, a lot meaning and everything else. And I have a couple of more questions, Juergen. Again, I mean, if now kind of to uncover some of your vulnerable sides, because I know that every courageous leader, we all have vulnerability within us. And are there any times where you feel kind of lonely, within, let's say, Python group, where you feel that maybe for a little, certain minutes or hours that there are certain things you yet can't share either with the family, because it's a family-driven business, I know, with the team, are there any moments where you feel loneliness?
But that's not negative. To feel lonely, sometimes that also can help, because it can bring you down on earth. So we are higher, better, whatever, top of the top, this is the target. But sometimes you have to come down. There's a wonderful scene I remember when the Germans were in football World Cup winners in Italy. Franz Beckenbauer, everybody's knowing Franz Beckenbauer. And he walked alone, when he got the cup, he walked alone through the field. Alone. There were around him, I would say there were 100,000 people in the stadium, but he was alone. He was for a moment alone. I believe this loneliness to be for some moments by yourself, and you can forget whatever's around you. You feel alone sometimes. It's not only negative. Sometimes it's a reset. It's a reset to the basics. And for example, I'm doing this a lot with music. I like music. Listen, I cannot play any instrument. I'm like years away of this. but I like music. I'm like listening to music, cooling down, and sometimes also feeling alone with problems, and not acting immediately. Sometimes really, but I have no answer. How often I have no answer for some urgent aspects, but then think about it and feel alone, and then after you have thought, then you can ask people, so what is, this is my idea, what is your idea, and share your views.
In a way, the way I reflect what you've said, I hear this, kind of slowing down and coming back to oneself, like arriving back home and, giving yourself the space. So beautiful.
Listen to music.
Yeah. And what are the reasons why you guys decided to design Python, which is not driven by this, stifled bureaucratical hierarchical structures? Because I know that you are very systems, you love systems thinking. You're thinking holistically. You are thinking in a disrupting kind of way. So, what are the reasons, Juergen?
There's a long story behind. Long story short is when you're a little bit older, you want to do things you want to do. Very simple. And with all my learnings, all these things I've learned in the last 30, 40 years of business, I thought, okay, now I want to do what I want to do, and I want to share this with others, and doing something I've never done before. This is one, I don't know, learning new things. And then if you're in discussion with people, if we are now open a bottle of wine and drinking a glass of wine, I'm sure after 2 hours we will create 3, 4 new ideas. And one of these ideas could be, wow, let's do it. And this I like, to listen, to talk to people, and this is that's me at the end of the day. And then really to make it happen, not only to talk, to make it happen. I believe this is Juergen Hase at the end of the day.
So in a way, yeah, the structure, which is it's not that it's fluid, but the structure that allows conversation, allows to listen, right? That what drives you, and most likely the stiffle structure could take away that, as I hear, might take away what you like to do, right? I mean, listening and really learning. I get that.
It's
and it is, and isn't that beautiful? It is so gorgeous that we can live and experience all of that with all our senses. I mean, we're just so gifted with life itself. And going back to this ultimate question of the world record and why we're doing what we do, the last question. So how is the world better off because you and your company are in it?
Because we are bringing people together at the end of the day, and we slow down, and not only we slow down the world a little bit, relaxing a little bit, bringing things together, bringing people together, and bring a little bit more fun in our private and our business life. A job is not a job. A job is a magic moment. If you can say, my job is a magic moment each day, not Monday, but the rest of the week, then it's wonderful. I believe this, if we can share this to the crowd, to so many people, for more openness. And I believe this is Piton itself. This is our learning, our feedback we get from many customers or new startups, because as you know, we are a company builder also, that we are doing things a little bit different, much more customized, individual to people, not mainstream. You have to participate in this course and then you will get a certification, a stamp. No, let's listen, talk to people. And I believe this makes Piton, the world, a little bit better. Plus all the wonderful, cool products and services we are doing to enjoy our life.
Amazing. And if any one of these ethical, impact-driven CEOs who are as well joining this amazing world record and becoming, like a network, like kind of, I would say movement, if they would want to experience slowing down with Piton and, entering your world, how could they do that, Juergen?
They can connect me directly anytime via LinkedIn, via email. They can call me, and I'm very open on this. Everybody can knock on my door anytime. And I'm very happy to talk to people who are interested in what we are doing, why I feel happy. More than happy to share it, to make more people happy. They can, in any, in my Instagram I'm not really using, but the rest, whatever they want to, they can knock on my door at any time. And more than happy to talk to whoever is interested in me, my thoughts, or I'm also interested in their thoughts.
Amazing. Thank you so much for participating. And it's just the start. Thank you, Juergen.
Thank you very much.